Hello, my loves. I'm Ellie Frost. Thank you so much for being here, where we are talking about the multi-dimensional approach to rapidly and radically healing and transforming during and after narcissistic abuse. And I wanted to make this video today about how the narcissist gets their karma. This is a really important topic, and so many people ask about it because it can seem, and it is true, that often the narcissist is getting off scot-free, right, after all these terrible things. And they're absolutely fine emotionally. So they are soul detached. They are operating with an entity of consciousness that we're calling narcissism. They don't need to do the things they do. People talk about them needing supply. Nothing happens to them if they don't get supply, apart from they'd be forced into a spiritual awakening. Right, because the narcissist dehumanizes their victims because they're detached at a soul level. They don't have empathy, compassion, the things that make us human. Right, our humanity is defined by those qualities. Right, that's what separates us from the animal kingdom. I mean, animals are emotional as well, but they're more instinctive, and the narcissist is just very instinctive. Right, so here's the thing spiritually. One is, whatever you believe in terms of a higher power, and if you don't, you don't, you're all welcome here. But like, we have to leave it to the universe, to God, to some extent, right? But while they're enmeshed with their victim, they're under your spiritual protection. Let me explain. The narcissist merges with your energy field, which means the whole thing kind of balances out. So we live in let me say this. We live in a free will universe, not a fair universe. Let me say it again. We live in a free will universe, not a fair universe. So even though, right, you don't realize that you're consenting to the narcissist in your life and the enmeshment, for a long time, we don't often realize this, it's still your free will, right? Even though you've been manipulated, even though you didn't understand the energetics, even though, right? It's still your free will. So until you go completely no consent in the energy field, then you're no longer consenting to having your life force siphoned. You're no longer in the trauma bond. You're no longer protecting them from their karma because there's no consent. And then the universe can take over. Someone said to me, well, and the narcissist just goes from supply to supply, are they protected by all those people? Yes and no. Yes, but they're still going to get their karma for you when you're completely detached from them. Right? This happens. Now, we're not meant to hold on wanting to see their karma, right? Because that still makes our life all about them again, right? All about what they did to us, all about justice. And one of the biggest traumas we have from narcissistic abuse is the injustice trauma, right? You might find that you're really triggered by people not telling the truth. You might find that you're really wanting to put injustices in the world to rights. There's nothing wrong with that. But when we've suffered severe injustice, there's a trauma we need to heal. Again, if come into sovereign, we deal with it all there, right? The energetics. But like the injustice trauma, which also is a betrayal trauma. Betrayed by life, we feel betrayed by God, we can feel betrayed by, our caregivers. And we think our life is very unjust, which it is. It's not that it's fair, you know what I mean? But the thing is, this trauma of injustice keeps us fighting and getting very triggered by people and the wrongdoings of the world. And we have to understand this is a universe of duality, right? Dark and light, good and bad. It's duality. So when we've healed that trauma in ourselves, not only do we not attract more injustice, but we can actually more proactively do what we can do, right, in the universe to change things rather than be just so re-triggered and re-traumatized through injustice. It isn't a fair world, right? And part of us coming into the spiritual awakening, which is into our authentic power and truth, healing from narcissistic abuse, more of us that do that on this universe, it forms a ripple effect, right? And we will see differences in our system, in our structures, in our authority figures. We will see a fairer world. Empathy will change the world. It's not a weakness. It will change the world. The fact that you're here, the fact that you care, the fact that you've got it means you're part of that change, right? Which is why I'm so passionate about this work, because every one of us has a ripple effect on our communities and people we're around. I had a beautiful note in my program Sovereign yesterday from someone talking about someone that she'd shared the work with and helped, right? Every one of us don't realise, I don't realise how many people this work is impacting, and I'm so happy that I get to be a voice for that, and you do too. There could just be one person that you meet, and you could change their life knowing the stuff we talk about here. right? So what we don't want to do is spend our lives bitter and betrayed, right? Not that you haven't got every reason to be, but when we live in that, we become an energetic match in the universe to more of it, and we just feel unresolved. What we want to do is be set free and into our most abundant, happy lives, right? So we've got to heal this. Is it unjust? Yes. Is it unfair? Yes. But when that injustice lives in us and we haven't processed it, right? And these are deep wounds. I mean, the things that my parents did to me were shocking. Absolutely pure evil. Yeah? I mean, how do you get over it? How do you get over it? Well, you have to heal, right? And you can't think your way out of trauma. You can't solve a feeling, which is the trauma in the body, with a thinking. Knowing that it's wrong is one part of it. Healing is energy, heart healing work that I do in my program, and that will really change your life. We have to heal our hearts, right? It's heartbreaking. Yeah? So they do get their karma for you when you fully detach, right? But we don't want to spend our lives looking at that. And spiritually, as I said, it's not a fair universe, it's a free will universe. So even though you didn't know what you were consenting to, because as soon as you let a narcissist in your energy in any way, right, you're letting in everything they come with. Yeah, you're not just getting the love bombing stage, you're getting the dark. You're getting the implants of what they plant in your subconscious brain. You're getting the enmeshment and the psychic realm. Yeah, so we don't want that. Yeah, because it really blocks your good. It blocks your blessings because you vibrate lower. You vibrate at the level of trauma and you're enmeshed energetically until you say no consent. So I've got videos on him breaking the psychic ties. Obviously, I've got Sovereign, which will break the trauma bonds, will break the psychic tie, will set you free into a more abundant life. Everyone in there, as I do this work, it's like more abundance can come to you because the more you repair your energy field, right, the more you vibrate differently. And that's what we want, to become a better energetic match to what we want in this universe. I've got the at Manifest with Ellie Frost channel on manifestations, right? I talk about that specifically there, and I talk about how to manifest in Sovereign. I've got other programs and things for you. Happy day after Christmas. This is our year, guys, right? This is the year to choose yourself, invest in yourself, transform yourself, right? Really, really decide. Life is so precious, and there's no need. This is why I'm so passionate about this. There's no need for us to stay stuck, right? And healing takes as long as it takes, but with the right tools, it's a lot faster, and there's progress all the way along. Your life can be beautiful. I want us to be examples, testaments of how good life can be, no matter how hard it was before and what we've been through, right? We're not just the survivors, right? We are the people who get to literally be beauty on the planet, ripple effects for everyone else, manifesting at our best, right? Lots of love, guys. I'll speak to you soon.